Hi there, I'm JB Portillo. Welcome to In the Know. This program is to help you be aware and informed of projects and events going on in our area. Each month, we're going to post the program on the POA's Facebook page and make it available on community television. Want to be in the know? Then stay tuned. Hi there, welcome back. I'm here today again with Tom Judson, our COO of the Bella Vista Property Owners Association. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you got it right.
POA.
Mm-hmm.
So all these acronyms sometimes get crazy.
Absolutely.
So-
Absolutely.
All right, so we had a really good board meeting last week.
We sure did. We had a lot of activity. So a couple things is we've gone under contract to sell ArcMo.
Yes.
And that, we've talked about that funding will be used. The proceeds from the sale of the land were going to be used towards the Trafalgar Road fire. So we were very pleased. We had multiple offers, multiple people interested in the land, and so we were able to get full appraised value on it, which was $1,475,000. So very, very pleased with that. Also during the meeting, we recognized an outstanding employee.
Yes, you did.
And that employee is Debbie Lorella. She works over at Metfield, and Paul Gomez, her supervisor, came up and recognized her. She's a relatively new employee, but has been outstanding. And 2 weeks into working for us, she was already being used to train other new employees. Mm-hmm. So that's very impressive. It usually takes a couple of months, but she's really got up to speed very quickly. So we're very proud of her, and so we wanted to recognize her.
She's a keeper.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very much so.
You bet. Okay, so another important update is we have new board members going forward from June 1st.
June 1st. So of the 6 that were ran for the position, 3 were elected. And those that were elected were Steve McKee, Tia Bidwell, and Jerry Barron Jr. We would like to acknowledge and thank John Nuttall, Bruce Portillo, and Pat Lowry for their efforts in running and their willingness to serve on the board. Unfortunately, they were not elected, but we want to thank them for their efforts because our governance, our board, our committees, it's all volunteer based. So we really encourage it and really thank those that are willing to serve.
Well, and now that they know about how the board works, how everything works with the city and the POA and all of that, they can be good ambassadors to the community.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I believe that they all will be.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, so we had another really important meeting on the 14th of May, I believe, and it was about the big attendance. Isn't that nice?
Absolutely. There was a lot of participation. We had about 300 people. I don't know if anybody really went and started counting, but I'll say 300, may have been high or low, but overwhelming support to keep Britni open. A lot of great ideas came out of the meeting on how do we, I think a lot of the people recognize that the rounds are down and we need to do something. And so a lot of great ideas came out of that meeting. So the golf committee is going to be talking about their recommendations on May 28th at 4 p.m. So they're going to try and pull all that input, all that feedback together. And then on June 4th at their regularly scheduled meeting, which is actually happening 1 week early because of the APT event. So on June 4th at 4 p.m., they're going to formalize their recommendations to the board. And then they'll issue those recommendations to the board. The board will review them at the board work session on June 20th at 9 a.m. And potentially also at the regular meeting on June 27th at 6 p.m. So that's the process. But very, very pleased with the number of people that came out to voice their opinion. I like that the vast majority of those that attended were respectful of other people's opinions, and so that's what we want. We wanted input from the community, and we got it.
You did, and you're right, there were some very creative ideas. You could tell they cared, and that's what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, so all these big things going on. Tell us about the fire. What's happening?
So it's going well. I think I'll start it with, I encourage our residents to regularly check our website to see the updates. We've been doing in my opinion, we're doing a great job keeping the residents informed. We're doing daily posts.
Yes.
So I encourage everybody to read through it. But here's the latest. The team there has made great progress. Now remember, we've hired 3 companies. ERM, which does this, is the general contractor, if you want to call it that. CTH does the air quality testing, and you'll maybe see their vans have been going around and they've been doing testing at multiple sites. And then E3 this is the company that's physically putting out the fire. And then also on site is ADQ has representatives, and they've also, ADQ has hired NSAFE to do oversight to just look over our shoulder, which is not a bad thing. So you got a lot of people working together to get the job done. So they've made fantastic progress. The majority of the fire is out. They're dealing with hot spots here and there. They're using thermal imaging to identify those hot spots. They've been doing some trench burning, where you put the material in and you burn it, you incinerate it at a high temperature, and you use the air current technology to keep the smoke under control. So that's been ongoing. We need to apologize to our residents because we have to keep some of our amenities closed. It's out of an abundance of caution. Now I've received a number of emails and some calls from people and saying, well, the smoke is actually better now, in their opinion, than beforehand, before we started. But predicting what the smoke is going to be like, and actually predicting is very hard. You have what's burning, what's the wind direction, what's the the atmospheric conditions of the site. That can all impact it. So we've taken out of an abundance of caution, we've taken a conservative approach and just kept those locations closed. We know it's an inconvenience.
Yes.
And the air quality results have come out very well, but who knows? Maybe they go bad on us all of a sudden. And I would hate to open up the playground or open up the golf course and we think, well, the air quality has been great so far, and then all of a sudden it goes bad for whatever reason. I don't want to be racing out to the playgrounds pulling kids off the playground. So out of an abundance of caution, we have just kept it closed, and hopefully we'll be able to reopen reasonably soon.
Well, the deadline is fast approaching anyway, so it's not that much longer that people would be inconvenienced.
Well, we're doing great on the deadline. Remember, we signed the agreement on May 3rd. We had 7 days to submit plans, which we did. Then there was 2 days of review by ADQ, 3 days to mobilize. So that's 12 days, so that's May 15. And then we had 30 days to put it out after that, which is the middle of June. And we're still in May, and we've made fantastic progress. So I'm just very pleased. But I continue to encourage our residents, check the website. We're posting information on a regular basis. One of our marketing employees has been doing a great job flying a drone over the site.
Absolutely.
And it's you get to see for yourself, what's going on. So
those drone photographs are really amazing. And what I've learned from those is, well, not only can you see up close, but a lot of what looks like smoke is really actually water vapor.
Yeah, it's steam.
It's steam, and that's what it is. Every now and not recently, but when you see that black puff come up, that's something that they get on right away and take care of. So mostly it's people get confused and they think that's smoke.
Yeah, it's been going well, and I'm very pleased, and I'm crossing my fingers that it will continue to go well.
Yes. Okay, let's just make sure we haven't forgotten anything. Anything you'd like to say?
Well, I was just corrected. The golf committee is meeting on Wednesday, which is the 29th. I stated the 28th, so I apologize for that. So they're meeting on Wednesday, the 29th at 4 p.m. to look at all of the input that was brought together from the May 14th meeting regarding Britni, and all the emails that have been sent in before and after the meeting.
And that's tomorrow, actually.
That's tomorrow. Yes, it is.
They'll be seeing this later, but it's this week.
Yes,
This week.
absolutely.
Okay, could we talk a little bit about the water increase that you were talking about at the board meeting?
Correct. Arkansas has increased the rate that they charge from 30 cents to 40 cents. And that's per month, per meter. So we pass that expense on, that service charge that the state charges us. So the board approved a 10-cent increase per meter per month. Now we're required to notify our customers with 2 bills. So the next 2 bills, our customers will see that notification, and then it will go into effect. But it's strictly a pass-through from the state. We're passing along that 10 cents to our customers.
Okay, good. That makes it a little more clear.
Well,
Thank
it's
you.
a little bit unfortunate because we had a pass-through expense earlier this month, or I'm sorry, earlier this year of 81 cents. So we have not had an increase in 8-10 years, and unfortunately we're having back-to-back increases, but both of these are pass-throughs. We're not, the POA is not taking any cut of this at all. It's strictly a pass-through.
I got it. Okay. All right. Well, what's the latest rumor?
This one was kind of surprising because it's kind of taken time to percolate up, I guess. But I heard a rumor that it's split in two, that the board table in the boardroom, it was a single piece of wood, which it's way too big to be a single piece of wood, and all you have to do is look at it, and you can see all the individual pieces, and that it cost us $50,000. Wow. It must be gold plated.
Yeah.
No, it did not cost that. It is not a single piece of wood. And it's, we've had it for a year and we're very pleased with it, and it makes the board meetings much more functional. We have all the electronics integrated into it. And I remember when I first got here, we were using folding tables. So we've come a long way, but no, we did not spend $50,000 on the table.
Imagine how heavy that thing would be. You'd need a crane to bring it in here if it really was.
Well, this was really heavy. I remember watching them bring it in, and they had about 12 guys carrying it in, and so it is huge.
Yes.
Now it's one large piece, except for the legs.
Yeah.
But it's not a single piece of wood. That would be one heck of a wide and tall tree.
Yes, it would.
Yes, it would.
Okay, well, as always, I've enjoyed talking to you today. And audience, I think that we've learned a lot more. We know a little more than we did, and that's always good. So join us again next time for In the Know.